present the Speakeasy program featuring Mydolls in celebration. Their limited edition red vinyl EP, It's Too Hot for Revolution, and opening act, Laser Kittens. Speakeasy, for those of you not familiar with this program, is our newest initiative featuring performance, live music, and the exploration of issues in contemporary art. And it builds off of the legacy of Lawndale's Speakeasy program for the 1990s. And it is therefore with particular pleasure that I am here to welcome curator and former Lawndale Executive Director, Mary Ross Taylor. Current Lawndale Programming Chair and local historian, Pete Gershon. And
us.
Conversation about the long and rich history of performance and music in Lawndale's early years and Mydoll's role in shaping that history. And before we begin, a gentle reminder, please turn off your phones or put them on vibrate. And after the conversation, we're going to clear out this middle section for the performance. So if you want to hang on to your chair, please grab it and move it to the corner to the back. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you all for coming to Lawndale Art Center tonight at the Speakeasy. We've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Really?
And we're thrilled to have the Mydolls, and before we get started with the conversation, I want to talk to Mary Ross just for a second, because with the Speakeasy we're kind of doing putting new wine in old bottles and changing things around just a little bit. But the Speakeasy was an initiative that started under your regime as executive director of Lawndale Art Center. Is that true?
That's true, yes. Is there a follow-up question?
Can you tell us a little bit about
Yes.
the original version of this initiative?
This was Lynn Randolph's idea. Lynn Randolph never wanted things to get boring, and at some point we must have thought we needed to get people into Lawndale more often. And so the idea was to have largely conversations was the intention. To have conversations that weren't boring evenings where you sat in rigid rows in an auditorium and someone talked at you. We were hoping for something that was more conversational, a little more community-like, and then came up with the name Speakeasy because we wanted you to think that we were at least slightly evil and that you would be doing something prohibited, you know. But of course it got fairly conventional fairly fast, but in the meantime we had some pretty great programs. And we had people who passed through Texas, and they would come over here and talk at Lawndale at no extra travel fees. So we were able to bring people like Robert Storr, Ned Rifkin before he was at the Vanille, people who were coming to Texas on some art project, and they could just whisk over from Austin or San Antonio or Dallas, and they would do an evening with us. The one I remember really vividly was my idea. It was the Houston Guerrilla Girls, and they completely outfoxed us. I mean, they were completely uncooperative, and they made the whole night into their own panel, which was tremendously effective, but I was dying.
Come on!
So this is a great new thing because it takes the Speakeasy back to the original attitude of let's mix it up. And in fact, it is a little difficult if you have to put butts in seats. You end up with it. We didn't have people just standing around or sitting on this always hard floor. So sure enough, with the format we had in mind, it did become a little more conventional than what we ever dreamed. But I'm hoping that things like this will completely wreck the atmosphere again and be very stimulating.
We are trying to wreck things as much as we possibly can around here.
That's right.
Actually, we're trying to make some clear connections to Lawndale's history, and so that's why I think when Nancy Agan, who I want to thank also for the work that she put into this event, when she contacted me about when she contacted me about the Mydolls, I knew that this was the perfect thing for the Speakeasy. So everybody likes a good origin story. I wonder if y'all can tell us a little bit about how the band came together, especially in the context of what was happening in Houston at the time with bands like Really Red and Legionnaire's Disease, and just give us the flavor of the time.
Go, Trish.
Okay, so I'm Trish Herrera. I play in Mydolls and I play guitar and sing. And what was going on in Houston was Houston was much smaller, of course, and everything seemed a lot closer. And downtown was very dead. And so we spent a lot of time downtown. The urban animals spent a lot of time downtown skating, and there wasn't hardly anyone around. There wasn't any apartments or anything really per se. And so our arts community came together really close. Dancers, musicians, art performers, painters, sculptors, and we all hung out together. And then the urban animals would kind of hang out with us, the skaters and the street skaters. And so one night, there was a band called Really Red, which one of the members is here tonight, the guitarist Kelly Younger. Anyway, we went to dinner with this band and some other punk rockers at the Taj Mahal, and we decided to start a band. Actually, before that, Linda came into my hair salon and she wanted bangs, and so I gave her bangs, and
My life changed.
her life changed, and she became a guitarist for a punk band. And her husband played in a punk band, so she was like, well, it's the most natural thing to do, is just get bangs and play in a punk band. And Diana and I were trying to start a band, and she didn't know how to play, so she was playing bass on a keyboard, and we just would go to the island, which is just down the street, all like down there. We would go out every night and watch bands, and some of the bands were spectacular, and some of them were like, oh, we could do that, so we said, why not start a band? And so I'll let Linda tell about when we named the band.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, so we were sitting at Taj Mahal drinking and eating. And we started trying to figure out what we were going to call the band. And at the time, we started thinking about the first band that popped up was heart. So we started picking all these organs, like lungs, no, that doesn't work. Kidneys, no, So then we got to, female organs, and then Kelly thought about Mydolls. Let's do Mydolls. And so we thought, well, yeah, that sounds great, but we're going to spell it Mydolls, and it kind of looked like New York Dolls, so sometimes people got confused and thought they were going to see the New York Dolls, and they saw us, so that would draw a crowd, and we would, from then on, we were Mydolls. Diana, you have anything to say?
Trish, hair has a lot to do with our band because Trish is a hairdresser. And the first night I met her, one of my bands that I used to like, I loved music. I think I was always going to be in a band. I used to play air guitar. And I had my hair in this feather hairdo like...
Farrah.
Well, like Joan Jett or Susie Quattro, if any of you are old enough to know who that is. And it was kind of a fashion thing. And the first time I met Trish, the first thing she said was, we just met at a place that I used to live right down the street. I passed it on the way here today. And she goes, oh, girl, we're gonna have to do something about that hair. And my life changed.
So there you go.
So there you have it.
How about George? George, we don't want to leave you out.
Is it? So, Trish and I are cousins, and you can assimilate as much as you can, but there's still the Mexican roots. And Trish's mom, of course, being mom, a good Mexican mother that she is, was like, I need you to watch over my daughter. and so.
Good luck, George.
Yeah, that would be good. We were talking about how Houston was a smaller place. Some of you may recall inside the loop and outside the loop. Taj Mahal was outside the loop, and I was living out there, and I was miserable. So when Trish called and said, we're looking for a drummer, and we know that you have a kid, and so would you come over and play with us? So it's like, okay, it's an opportunity. I was playing with a country western band at the time, which was trying to be a blues band. So this was an alternative, and with people that didn't know how to play their instruments, it was
Easy.
a great opportunity to be creative. And so that's how I ended up in the band.
And we're glad he did.
When we were organizing this show, I think it was Trish that said that doing this show at Lawndale was really like coming home. I wonder if y'all could talk a bit about your memories of playing at Lawndale before, but also maybe other music that you attended at the original Lawndale Annex over on the east side, and why that was an important space for you.
Oh, okay, so Mydolls played, we never really had a formal record release party for our two little 45s that came out. Those came out in 79 and 81, and then in 83 we did an album called, what was that album? Speak Softly and Carry a Big Stick. And we made, we asked, I think it had to be Mary Ross, like, hello, can we come over and like take over your place? And she's like, okay. And so we made this show, and we had Mydolls play, and I think the 3 Day Stubble played, Ragged Bags, which is a band that came from Missouri, Ohio, yeah. And I liked one of the guys in the band, so I was like, anytime I could like get him on, around, I was like, yeah. And so that was that. And so, and then I was doing an art performance because, I don't know, many of you probably know Mel Chin. And Mel Chin is an artist that, Houston artist that was around, and he used to do art performances, and he said, and I was always like, oh, those art performances, because I was really full of myself, and I was like, I could do an art performance. I could do one as good as you, Mel Chin. And so I decided to have an art performance, and when I started doing it, I was like, oh my God, this isn't easy. And it took me several months to put it together, and put it together with a guy named Jim Cottenberger, and it was called Inquiries. And so how did we get all this energy to do Inquiries the same night that we had a record release party and two other bands played at Lawndale on one night? And I don't know how we did it. I mean, we were young. Linda says drugs, but again, who knows? And so that's one of my memories, a big memory for me because I worked so hard on Inquiries, and we're still looking for the videotape that Margie Glazier took of it, and you guys remember Margie Glazier, so she was at KPFT for a long time. But anyway, do you have a memory of? Yeah.
I just kind of have a general feeling. Lawndale, it was one of those spaces that it didn't really matter what was going on that night, you just wanted to be there. Because there were always great shows, but besides that, all the cool kids were there, It's like Trish was saying, there were visual artists, there were performing artists, there were musicians, there were sculptors, there were painters, there were dancers. Everybody commingled, and the space hosted all different kinds of events. So it really didn't matter. It was just oh, something's going on at Lawndale, let's go. And it was always a guaranteed good time because that was going to be this amazing group of creative people. And I did see some great shows there. One that was my favorite was Glenn Bronca, who came to town. He's in New York. He's a musician who likes to take about 30 different guitar players. And so he got a bunch of them from Houston, and they arranged this semicircle horseshoe of guitar amplifiers and guitar players. And then he kind of creates an orchestration for them. And it was just so mind-blowingly sonic. I swear I traveled to some other space at that show. It was incredible. And those are the kind of things, those experiences that are just pivotal moments where you're just, the creative expression is so powerful that, it's an amazing thing to be a human being and to be able to feel that sort of extraordinary, beyond human kind of experience. It was really great.
Yeah, I got a funny one. Okay, was anybody it was the Replacement show? Remember that? Were they does anybody remember that? That was crazy. Ralph, remember? They played, but they didn't play, but they got drunk, and then they tore up stuff, and then they went home, and then they came back, and that was fun. Here. Yeah.
Hey, Ralph, come up and talk.
Come up and talk, Ralph.
We can't remember anything.
I remember stuff.
Lawndale was, it's an incredible space. I think Neville Brothers played for Halloween. And Halloween is one of Mydoll's favorite holidays. So, in another life, Trish was Mark Twain. So I came in, I don't know where I was living then. But anyway, I came in from out of town and I had some cotton balls and a shower cap, and I pasted all the cotton balls on there, made a little mustache and everything, and I came out as Mark Twain for my cousin. So we were there, and before the Nevilles came on, there was a guy on stilts that was with the Neville Brothers. I walked up to us, right? Yes, I mean it was fantastic. But before that, there was this belly dance group, and there was this woman who was belly dancing. You know, they were dancing all around the stage, and then she comes up to me, and is doing her performance, and she goes to show me her talent, and she knocks that mustache off. So that's kind of one of the memorable times that I had there.
So you're getting kind of this Fellini-esque kind of image in your head if you weren't born yet and you weren't able to be there. But it was an incredible artistic, creative experience, and we're just so thrilled to be in the new Lawndale for our record release. Which, by the way, you guys, there are records for sale, beautiful red vinyl records, so don't forget about that while you're in the space.
Viva Chuck Dugan!
Yeah.
Dugan.
Well, there was a long layoff between 1986 and 2008. Not a breakup, but a layoff. And I wonder if you might talk a bit about Mydolls version 2 and maybe how the music had changed in that intervening time, how the sound has remained the same or different.
Well, so we had played one or two, we did an island reunion show and a benefit or two in between, sometimes with different drummers because George was not living in Houston. And then Anna Garza, who started Girls Rock Camp, who we love Girls Rock Camp, and Laser Kittens, who are gonna play before us as a Girls Rock Camp inspired band. And Anna and Rosa were doing Noise and Smoke Fest too. And they just came up with, hey, would you guys want to play? And that kind of was where it took off again, was from that show. And how's the music changed? Wow, after so many years, it's really weird when you haven't played a song for like 15, 20 years and you try to relearn them. But it is in your body, and sometimes it's like magic, it just comes back. And one of the things that's different about it now for me is that, sorry children, I'm gonna say this, but I'm not drunk all the time. And I remember the first one night I decided to play sober. And after it was over, I met Trish at the bar, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. It was horrible, but it's good now, you know what I mean? Like, I remember the shows, and I remember the songs, and so that experience for me is a whole other thing, and that's a wonderful thing. Yeah. Topo Chico, we love it.
Anyone?
George?
Anyone? We love your
Okay.
questions.
Can you tell us more about Girls Rock Camp and the mentorship relationship
that's
that
me.
you have with these young ladies?
Girls Rock Camp rocks. We have, we've been involved in Girls Rock Camp since its inception. Diana and I it started out at watching the movie about Girls Rock Camp at Aurora Picture Show. And seeing the film and the girls interviewed and how empowering it was for those girls, and we just decided after the movie to get together. We went to, I think, Beavers and met with Anna and Muna Javad,
Of course, beavers.
and we just sat there and thought, we need to figure out a way to do it. And Anna took the ball and ran, and she went to, is Anna here tonight? I don't think so. She couldn't make it. Anna started, she got a group of women together, and every year, I think it's into the, sixth year now? We were involved the 7th year. We were involved from the beginning, and then now the funny thing is the girls that we counseled that were the first group are now actually running the camp. They're the sound guys, they're the roadies, they're the counselors, and it's incredible to see how they just took the ball and we passed the baton to them. And now tonight we're going to have Rocket and Elliot. Rocket did go to Girls Rock Camp this year. Elliot, hopefully we'll get her to go next year, and they just decided they wanted to play music, and they're going to play some songs for you guys, and you'll be able to see it in that performance. And the parents that we talked to after the camp's over and they have the showcase and everybody comes to see them perform, the parents are amazed because the kids come in there very shy, introverted usually, may have never played an instrument before, and get on stage and perform their own original music with their own original band name, and it's just awesome. So we definitely encourage you, if you haven't been to the showcase, if you haven't volunteered, do so. They're taking applications now, and get involved. It's a wonderful experience.
Promotional.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I will say for sure is I have had the privilege of meeting some of the most extraordinary women who are a part of the camp, that are volunteers there, and they have enriched my life so very much. And so I highly recommend it as a great opportunity if you want to get out, if you want to give back to the community. And the truth is, you'll get more out of it than you give, because that's how it works. And these girls are amazing to watch what happens to them in the course of a week. And what about Muna?
You talk, Trish.
Oh, Muna's amazing.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
You do it, Trish.
I don't know how she, tell about Muna's journey through Girls Rock Camp.
Well, her journey, I mean, she was there at the beginning, Muna, and she played drums for us a couple weeks ago at a show, which was super awesome. And she had never played with a band before. She's a good drummer, but she had always played like at her home to records. And so I thought that was pretty extraordinarily courageous.
One rehearsal.
One rehearsal she had with us, and she got up on stage and played a
Not
set
my
with
president
us,
show.
which was pretty damn spectacular. But again, we just met the most amazing people, and Muna did a program there. I'm trying to remember exactly what the title was, but she was recognized by Courtney Love for the work that she did. So amazing things do happen here in Houston, but of course y'all know that, right? Yeah, and because we have places like Lawndale, and we have that creative synergy that comes together, and these amazing things happen. And as Linda said, the baton gets passed, someday we're going to be in walkers and Mydolls won't be able to play
I'm
anymore.
going to push this table over right now.
But we're going to see those
Quiet.
laser kittens play. I'm going to shut up now.
Oh my God, walkers, hello. Someday.
Well, that seems like an awfully good segue to our first set tonight. Any final words from y'all?
Just thank you, everybody.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And thank you, sound man Steve Bundrick. Thank you.
And Nancy.
All right, thank y'all.
So we're gonna take a minute to reset the room. Y'all get beverages, buy some records, and we'll have laser kittens.
Laser cannon!